All right, so the piece of poster board or drawing paper that you have is twice the height and twice the width of your drawing. So on your drawings, you divided your image into 1/2 inches for a total of 20 boxes here, the long way, and 16 boxes the shorter way. We want to have the same amount of boxes, so 20 going the long way and 16 going the shorter way on our piece of paper, our drawing piece of paper, as our image. But since this is twice as big, our boxes will be twice as big.
Is it exactly twice as big?
It's exactly twice as big. This is 16 inches by 20 inches. The images you have are 8 by 10.
Should we just mark it as inches?
Yeah.
Is the ruler that you want?
There was
No.
this thing that was trending on. I know what you talked about, Mom. It's Mom and Dad. Program on his kids' laptops without them knowing. Where every time they went to a web page, they screenshotted.
All right. So I'm still going to use the T-square part of my ruler here, and I'm just going to mark every inch. So every time I see a number, I'm going to make a tick mark. I want to do this a lot softer, and I even started out putting too much pressure over there, a lot softer than I did on my photograph. We're not going to display or keep the original photograph once we have the drawing, but we will want to keep this. And we will want to erase the grid lines so that when people look at it, they say, wow, what a proportionally accurate drawing. How did you do that? Not, oh, I know exactly how you did that. It's kind of like, not giving away your magic trick secrets. If you have a 12-inch ruler, you're just going to have to then start where it ends off. Just make sure that T part of your ruler goes right up against that last tick mark. Or I could flip it like this and then meet from the other side. So I have my tick marks here. I want to look at my photograph, and if I labeled this side the ABCD, I would want to do that really, really, really lightly in the corners. We're going to want to erase this eventually. If you have a variety of pencils to choose from, I would choose maybe like a F or a H series pencil. You want to make sure that you have the same amount of letters here as you do on your original image. Now over here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start from the same side. So if I started down here, I'm going to start down here again, line this up, and then lightly make these tick marks. It's important that you start from the same side. These are, for the most part, accurate, but they may vary by like tenths of inches because my paper cutter is old and tired. So we want to make sure that if there are any irregularities, they happen on the same side. Once I have this, I'll take my ruler and then draw these boxes, or start connecting these tick marks or these lines. And I want to do this so lightly. I know I sound like a broken record, but I just barely want to touch my pencil to the paper, just barely. Can't even see these, that's how light they are. If we zoom in, or you can't see them on my video. We don't want to put indents in the paper either. Oil pastel is very receptive to pressure and like divots in paper, just like you notice from that sgraffito technique. So, sgraffito. You want to make sure that you are pressing oh so lightly. Again, these spaces will look bigger than the spaces you have on your already gridded photograph. but keep in mind your paper's bigger too. You want to make sure that you have the same amount of boxes on either on your paper that you do on your